Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Mystical Monday. How are your beautiful faces doing today? Oh, hello, my lovely. Ribbons. Oh my goodness. Hello, I haven't seen you in forever. How you doing, my love? And hello to everybody else. How are you guys doing today? How are you doing on this wonderful Mystical Monday? And also happy full moon. Good. Yeah, glad to hear it. I'm doing well. I'm very tired today. As you can see. Ta Tay Tayaru? Am I saying that right? How are you doing, my love? Glad you're doing well. Yes, I'm very tired today, as I'm sure most people probably are feeling very tired today. Um, full moon energy tends to tire us out, restless sleep, that kind of thing. We had full moon in Libra yesterday. If you haven't seen the video already on YouTube, I did a reading, a collective read. So we haven't had a collective read for Mystical Monday because the full moon was only yesterday, so the reading would have been back to back the same. It is sponsored by beautiful Libra full moon today, yes, absolutely. So do go and watch that collective read if you haven't seen it already. It's up on YouTube. Oh, sorry to hear you got sick. I hope it passes for you very quickly, my love. Thankfully this was a Libra full moon, so there was, oh my goodness, there was lots of clarity to be taken from it. Beautiful balancing Libra, has gifted us this lovely purge energy. So it's been a lot easier to purge with this moon because Libra has helped us to balance our way through it. I don't know, this dread is just doing something. Yes, we were able to balance our way through it. And you'll have to bear with me, I'm afraid, today. I am so tired. I did not sleep well at all last night. And I'm hella tired. I'm struggling to. I was like walking Lottie this morning, just dead on my feet like a zombie. I don't know what dreadlocks are doing. What are they doing? I've also been really, really busy over the weekend putting YouTube content together. At least I didn't fall asleep in my chair. I almost fell asleep in my chair yesterday whilst I was editing, which was fun. But yes, so I've been super busy. I've been putting together lots of content. We're now doing Twin Flame Tuesday as a standard thing every week. Oh yeah, we had a heater right next to me. Like I've got a radiator right next to me, and it was on last night. It was just like in my chair. I didn't actually fall asleep, but I was pretty close. I was nodding off. Yes, Twin Flame Tuesday is now a thing. So every Tuesday there will be a video on YouTube with a collective read for the Twin Flame collective. Thank you, Oz. Do follow the link there and subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the climb now to 100 subs. As soon as we do, we can have a custom URL. That goes for you guys who are watching on YouTube right now and have not subscribed. Don't be a little scrub lord and sub to the channel if you haven't already. It really, really helps out the channel, me, the community. It's a win-win for everybody. And don't forget to slap the bell right in the face. Yeah, Twin Flame Tuesday, that's a thing. If you are a Cosmic Clan member, to be a Cosmic Clan member, Georgie, hello my lovely. If you want to be a member of the Cosmic Clan, get yourself over to Patreon and sign up to Patreon. Become a patron today. And then you get to see all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's available to everyone else. So if you are in the Cosmic Clan, then you can see the Twin Flame Tuesday, the first official Twin Flame Tuesday collective read video today. It's up now, available to Cosmic Clan members. Thank you, Oz, for posting all the linkies and stuff. Thank you. Appreciate you. And for those of you watching on YouTube, the link to Patreon is in the description below. So this is going to be a challenge today. How are you doing, Georgie? It's good to see you, my love. How is Mystical Monday treating you today? Also, we've been doing an Oblivion playthrough for a year, maybe a bit longer now. So finally, I've got my tush into gear, and I've started to make it into like YouTube video episodes. So the first one has been uploaded, and I'll post the link into fucking can't get my words out at all today. I'll post the link very soon when it's ready. I haven't done a thumbnail or any of that good stuff for it yet. Once I've done that, a bit of a fog. Yeah, it's a bit foggy in the old brain today. Yes. So the first episode of our Oblivion playthrough, where we create our character Feather Silversap, bit of a mouthful, our beautiful purple-haired protagonist, and go through the tutorial and get off out into the world. That episode will be released in the next couple of days for Cosmic Clan members. Saying that 3 times fast. No. Feather Silversap. Yeah, just once will do. So again, sign up to Patreon, become a patron today, and you'll get to watch that video a whole day before anybody else gets to see it. So I've been a busy bee. I've been doing the Twin Flame reads and the full moon video, which again, if you haven't seen that, go and watch that. That's basically taking place of our Mystical Monday collective read. So we're not going to be doing a collective read today because I put that video out yesterday for thank you, Street Harmons. The reading would just be exactly the same as what I've already put out yesterday, so go and watch that video for the collective read. That's the Libra full moon video that I'm talking about. And I was editing the Oblivion video, and I edited 2 of them in one day, and I'm absolutely shattered. There's also a Phasmophobia video that's going to be coming out this week as well. I just don't want to bombard you guys with like more than one video a day, so there's a few that are sort of lying in wait, ready to pounce. You play Labyrinth? No. Angel, hello my lovely, how are you doing? It's the shower's on, yeah, no. No, we're listening to a thunderstorm. It's sunshiny outside, but I fancy listening to some rain. It's very calming, very soothing. How are you doing, Angel? I haven't seen you in a little while, my love. How are you doing? Tay, thank you for redeeming the 5 check, my love. I'll get on that in a couple of minutes, if you don't mind just hanging out for that for a minute. I need to put my brain together before I can even attempt to do a reading today. Oh, it's another spooky multiplayer. Ooh, yeah. Post it in the Discord, because I'll forget otherwise. Put it in the Discord. Sweet tea. Yes, I have my peppermint tea today. Again, it's all about pepper. We're in a massive maze with friends trying to solve puzzles whilst being chased by monsters. That sounds a bit like Maze Runner, you know, the movie. And God, a maze. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I'll try it. I don't I don't do horror games, which is, you know, it's surprised me that I've gotten into Phasmophobia as much as I have. I really enjoy Phasmophobia, and yet other horror, like any other horror game that I've seen, I've not felt like I've wanted to play it. I love watching people play horror games. I love that. Like I'll watch all kinds of YouTubers playing all kinds of horror games, and I absolutely love it. But playing it myself, I just don't enjoy it. But Phasmophobia, there's something about it that I just really like. I think it's the mechanics of it. Once you get to know how it works, it doesn't make it easy, but it makes it, I don't know. Yet it's still scary, but I don't know what it is. I just really like it. Love watching people get jump scared. Yeah. Or just like following the story, you know, like because I it's funny because I don't like horror just in general. I don't like horror as a genre, but there's certain horror movies that I do really like Resident Evil. Are like that's like my favorite movie franchise. Games less so, but the movies I absolutely love. And Silent Hill. Only the first movie though. The other one was fucking awful. I've never actually watched the entire thing through because it was so terrible. I think I made it. They didn't even get to Silent Hill, and I couldn't watch anymore. The acting was just so awful. But the first movie, excellent. And there's elements of it that's just so horrifying, and yet I really like it. But most horror movies I just can't watch. I don't enjoy them. So yeah, I'm fussy. I think that's probably the safest way to put it is I'm very fussy when it comes to horror. So yeah, Phasmophobia is literally the only horror game that I've ever felt like I've wanted to play, and then I've played it and I've loved it. So yeah, there is a Phasmophobia video already up on YouTube. So if you want to see me getting spooked in the asylum with Oz and Kathy, then go and check that out. And like I say, there's another Phasmophobia video to follow in some point this week. It will be this week. So yeah, there's a lot of videos coming your way this week. I've been a super busy bee, which is part of the reason why I'm so tired. I've been working really hard, really hard on them. So I hope you enjoy them. And again, if you're not a patron, get your little tush over there. There's one tier now. It's not confusing anymore. My Patreon for a long time has been very confusing. There's just been so many different tiers to choose from and different rewards and stuff. Now it's just very straightforward. $6. You get to view all of my content 24 hours before anybody else. You get yourself a nifty Discord role, and announcements and things that I make to the community I always make to the Cosmic Clan first. So if you want to be in the loop and you want to view content before anybody else, then Patreon, that's the place to be. Links in the description below for you beautiful YouTubers. Say hi to YouTube, everybody. Gaia, hello my lovely, how are you doing? I'm sorry I missed the end of your stream yesterday, my love. I was lurking, I was editing, so I had you up on my other monitor, and muted because I was editing. So I'm sorry I missed the end of your stream, but I hope it went well. It looked like you were having fun and your community were having fun, so hi YouTube, also hi Gaia. So yes, Libra full moon. It's definitely brought a lot of clarity, hasn't it? I mean, it was only yesterday, but we were feeling the effects of it from like last Wednesday onwards, and I mean, I don't want to like ruin the ending for you. If you haven't seen the collective read already on YouTube, go and have a look at that if you haven't already. Like I said, that's taking the place of our Mystical Monday collective reading, so we're not going to be having a collective reading today because otherwise it would have been back to back the same reading just twice, and no one wants to see the same reading twice, so we just did that yesterday for the full moon. But it's brought a lot of clarity and balance, obviously being Libra. So our decision making for what we want to do in the next energetic phase, which is the end of April, beginning of May, it's made that a lot easier. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really feeling that energy today. I did yesterday and the day before, but still feeling it very much today. Sorry if that was very loud. I punched my cup. Let me move it. I'm waving my hands around. Things seem more easy and clear and balanced. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And as I've said multiple times before, Libra is very misunderstood when it comes to decision making. All the other signs view Libra as being very indecisive, and you're welcome. Yeah, the other signs view Libra as being indecisive, which it can look like indecisiveness when Libra hasn't yet made a decision. But this is because what Libra does is uses those beautiful weighing scales to weigh up the options. And the thing that makes Libra very unique, compared to any other sign, is that once Libra makes a decision, they very rarely change their mind, and that's why they take their time to make that decision. So there might be a bit toing and froing and umming and ahhing and the pros and the cons and weighing it all up. But once they've made a decision, they don't change their minds. Whereas other signs may make a decision and then change their minds later down the line, and this isn't a criticism, but just more of an observation that this is because all of the elements of the situation are not always considered, whereas Libra makes sure that they consider every single possible element of the situation. So with this in mind, the full moon yesterday brought us, and still we're lingering in that energy today, brought us the benefits of Libra decisiveness, eventual decisiveness. So when the next energetic phase comes in the next 4 to 6 weeks, goodness. Sorry, I've got Aurora chatting in my ear. and I'm tired, so I'm struggling to multitask. I struggle to multitask at the best of times, but even more so today. Thank you, Aurora, but yes, so when the next energetic phase comes, end of April, beginning of May, so the next 4 to 6 weeks, this Libra moon energy that we're in right now is really helping us to come to an informed decision, very calmly, and with lots of clarity in hand. so that when we get to the next energetic phase, we know exactly what we're doing and we're not going to shift on that. We're going to know exactly what's up, exactly what we want, exactly what we desire, exactly how we're going to go about it. So now is the time for making the decision. And I don't mean this to sound like this is pressure, like you need to make a decision. That's just naturally going to happen with the energy that we're surrounded by right now. So there's nothing that you really need to do. It's just going to happen anyway. The decision will be made by you at some point very soon, if it hasn't already. And in 4 to 6 weeks, in the next energetic phase, it will start to manifest in the physical reality. So that gives us 4 to 6 weeks to, having made the decision, think about how we're going to put in our 50% so that spirit can meet us halfway when the time comes. So it's all very exciting, but it's also very calm and placid at the same time. It's very much, you know, assuming that you guys are in flow with this energy. Excuse me. Oh God, I'm getting raspy. Then you know, there's definitely a lot to be gleaned from this, and also means we've got time to have fun and just, you know, live our lives and kick back and relax as well. There's nothing pressing, or, you know, there's no hardship here. Hello Rains, how are you doing, my love? Slow down, right? See, 8 balls, right? Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, right? There's no hardship here, and there's no need to rush. Yeah, I know, Tay. Like I said a minute ago, I'll get to you. I just need to wake my brain up first. Otherwise, the reading I give you is just not going to benefit you at all. So I will get to you. I haven't forgotten about you. Don't forget your tea. Thank you. Hello, Rains. How you doing, my love? Try again, Kyle. I think it might have been because it was maybe too soon. Yeah. Because now everyone's using the 8 ball. Oof, hanging tight. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You will continue to be fine. It's you know, the, like I just said, if you're in flow with this Libra full moon energy, then, you know, then you're fine. If you're resisting the energies that are around, then you're still fine, but you won't feel fine. Anjin, how are you doing, my love? Good morning to you. Happy Mystical Monday. How are you doing, my love? Yeah, the 8 ball is always super accurate. Always. It's never wrong. There are so many people that use the 8 ball and are like, holy shit. Like, how does it know? Looking forward to my birthday on the 8th. Oh, happy birthday for the 8th, my love. Happy birthday for just over a week's time. I wonder what it says for me. I haven't used the 8 ball in ages. Thank you, 8 ball. Yeah, exactly what I needed to hear. I just realised YouTubers can't see what the 8 ball's saying. It just told me to trust the process. Which I made a decision with yesterday's Libra full moon that is going to hugely affect me for the future. So yeah, trust the process. Like I was having my walk this morning with Lottie, and I was having my little chat with myself like I do, and I was like, now I know I've made the right decision. Excuse me, but there's something niggling at me. What is it? So I was sort of voicing it all just to get it all out in the open for review. You know, I've got 333 sitting in front of me, and yeah, and eventually I just said to myself, right, there's going to be change, there's going to be shift, you know, and change, and there's always a period of adjustment. You just need to trust the process. There's 8 ball right on cue. Trust the process. Abel says, now Alice, you know how this works. Stop asking me, it won't change anything, just roll with it. Yeah, exactly, that's exactly it, right? How does the 8 ball work? It's, I deliberately filled it with, in much the same way that I created my Oracle deck, right? Is I meditated, right? There was a process as to how I put it together, but how it works is I preloaded the 8 ball. Thank you, Oz. By the way, if you want your own Cosmic Cloud Oracle deck, head over to Crowdfunder. Link is in the description below for you guys watching on YouTube. There's only 3 weeks left to claim your own deck, and I don't know what's going to happen after that, because if we don't hit goal, then this really will be the only one in existence, probably forever. So let's hit goal, guys. Let's hit goal. Let's make this dream a reality. Yeah, so I purposefully preloaded the 8 ball with yes, Georgie, and thank you. I'm so excited, and I really hope that we hit goal, because if we don't hit goal, then those of you who have pledged, it's not going to happen. We have to hit goal for all the pledgers to receive their deck. Yeah, so tell a friend, and tell your friend to tell a friend, and keep the chain going. Yes, right, 8 ball. I preloaded it all with specific phrases so that spirit can speak through it. Hello, North. How you doing, my love? Psst. You have a VIP badge. I gave you a VIP badge. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but psst, you have a VIP badge. You are currently the only VIP, in fact. I would have given you, because I would have given you a sword, but I know you can't mod on phone. I mean, you can mod on a phone, but it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass. So have a shiny diamond instead. I think they did, yeah. So yeah, that's how the 8 ball works. Is there's like 100 phrases or something that spirit can basically pluck from all of these different things, and it covers all of the bases of life. So that's why it's so accurate, because it's spirit speaking through the 8 ball. It's basically a tool. I've viewed it in the same way that we use an oracle deck, right? It's a tool for spirit to communicate with us. So that's how I created this also. Go head on over to Crowdfunder and grab yourself your own copy of the Cosmic Cloud Oracle, a 55 card intuitive deck inspired by the elemental forces that influence the human spirit. Shameless plug. Why not? Modding on a phone is a bit tricky and struggle to manage. Sometimes when I do it, yeah, exactly. So I don't expect any of my mods to have to do it from their phones, so have a VIP badge instead, Rob. Right, Tay, let's sort you out with your read, with your vibe check. Okay, I need you to choose a deck for me. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. I was saving 100k points to get one. Oh, bless you. There you go, you can spend 100k points on stopping me from swearing and whispering, or no, getting me to whisper and stopping me from swearing, or vibe checks. An infinite number of vibe checks. 2. Knew it. I had to tell someone to stop bugging me on some. I shouldn't have said anything. I'll be able to ask for an aura read. So are you just going to redeem everything that you can now, North? God damn it. it just needs to be washed away. Now, the good news is yesterday brought us a full moon, and a full moon is about release. And it's the perfect opportunity now to release what no longer serves you, to purify yourself with these energies. This being water as well, rain, water, tells me that this is emotional. You're emotionally attached to something from the past. It's not working anymore, and it hasn't been working for some time, and all you're doing is making yourself feel low by constantly revisiting it in your mind. So it's time to let go, my love. It's really just time to let go of it and just move on and hold your head up knowing that you did your best. It just wasn't meant for you. That's not your fault. So, what I will say today is that I do private readings, and I'm feeling that there's, like I said, I feel like there's a lot going on with you right now. So I'm just putting it out there. If you feel that you would benefit from a full reading, I record them and I put them on YouTube as a private video, so it's only you and me that get to see it. And they're about an hour long, and I can really dig into the energy and your situation and offer you some, direction. So if that's something that you think that you would benefit from, then message me on Discord, and I'm more than happy to put something together for you. My readings are only £33. Like I say, it's an hour long, and I put it up on YouTube, and it stays there forever. So you can watch it as many times as you feel that you need to. So, just putting that out there. But, regardless, it's time to let go. So take this reading as permission from Spirit to let go of it. Because the longer you hold on to it, the more toxic it becomes. And you're just in that toxicity, breathing in noxious gases, It's not doing you any good at all. But what will do you some good is letting it go and moving forward. So I hope that helps you, my love. And on that note, we are now done with our ASMR whispers. Oh god, I'm so tired of all that stretchy head stuff. Oh, chair yoga, sort of. You are more than welcome, Tay. I really hope that helps you, my love. I feel like that's just the tip of the iceberg. I feel that there's a lot more that I can do for you through a private reading. So I'm just putting it out there, if you feel like you'll benefit from that, then hit me up on Discord and we'll work something out. I can have a video to you a reading video to you within a couple of days. And I do have some time this week, so. But either way, you've got this. You've got this, you can do this. The only thing that's ever going to hold you back in anything in life is you. No, you're fine, North. You're totally fine. I mean, that's probably why it said you know the answer, because you're not asking a question. You're just trying to get the 8-ball to jump through a hoop for you, so it's like, well, you already know. Thank you, Happy. And hello, Happy. How are you doing, my love? This is my my root chakra mug that I painted this myself back when I did ceramics. There you are, see, Tay? The change will be good for you. 19 months. Thank you so much, Happy, for 19 months. Wow. Excuse me. I so super appreciate that, Happy. Thank you, my love. Oh, T-Bubs. I'm glad you're doing well, my love. Yes, I'm doing very well. I'm just very tired today. The full moon energy from full moon in Libra was yesterday. And full moon energy always makes me hella tired. And I've also been a busy bee creating lots of YouTube content for the week to come, so it's yeah, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Oh, Christian, how you doing, my love? Good to see you. Happy Mystical Monday. Happy Libra full moon. We had Libra full moon yesterday. We're still in the energy. How are you doing, my lovely? The gang's all here. Okay, North, vibe check. Ready? 3 job interviews today. Blah, 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 blah. Can't speak. 3 job interviews today. Awesome. Well, I wish you all the best. I'm not going to say good luck because that's absolute bollocks. But yes, I wish you all the best. Sending you lots of positive vibes. Go get a jobby. Also 3, right? Manifestation. Definitely a day of change. Beautiful. Okay, North. I know which one you're going to choose, but let's just throw a couple of red herrings in there. Let's just throw them in. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. 3 is this bad boy right here. Which I can't see on the camera very well. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, 1, 2. Hang on, which way around did I? Yeah. Oh, tired. Okay. Okay, Tay. Oh, all right, my lovely. You're more than welcome. Yes, go and have wonderful recharging sleep. Have beautiful dreams of flying. We'll see you in the next one, my lovely. Formula was a bastard to me last night. I'm feeling much for myself today. Feeling much for myself. Feeling much better for myself today. Yeah, full moon, I always struggle to sleep with a full moon. I had lots of restless sleep, and I've also been really busy over the last handful of days doing lots of editing, and my head has been very full, and I made a decision like where I'm going to move, and that brought with it a lot of things to think about, so I'm so tired. If that'll pull to that card as you moved it close to the camera. Yeah, I was cheating, really. I wasn't trying to coerce you. I knew that this was the deck that you were going to choose before I even picked it up. But I realised when I held it up that it just looked completely blank. It looked like, it looked like that, and you couldn't see it. So yeah. Okay. So we have double mission, light worker starseed, serve the world by being you. Perhaps in some situations, North, our reigns, I would love to say that finally it is time for me to move to the States, but unfortunately, I can't do that. I will, because that's my dream, that's my mission, is to move to the States, but I need to get over the visa hurdle. And there's only really 3 ways that I would be able to get into the States. And none of those 3 things are like an available opportunity to me right now. One day. Next time. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. North, right. There might be some situations where you behave as you feel that you are expected to behave, and not how you truly are. That's what I feel is the double mission, like the double that's here, is that you behave in a certain way around certain people and in certain situations. You're not allowing your true self, your true thoughts to come out, you know. You know that those people view you a certain way, so you live up to that expectation, even though it's not really who you are. It's not your true self. And what was it? You serve the world by being you. You're not serving anyone. You're not serving yourself, and you're not even serving that person or those people or that situation. You know, you're serving no one and nothing when you're not behaving authentically. And it's not a criticism, because we've all been there, like we've all done that, right? And a lot of people still do that, where you know that certain things maybe won't be accepted, so you just keep them to yourself, and you know. So without going into it too deeply, because we can start getting very philosophical if we're not careful, Spirit is just, this is a nudge, right? This is a nudge rather than an urge. Like, it's not a desperate thing. I don't feel like it's this real super pressing thing. It's just a little nudge, a little reminder to always speak your mind, and to be completely authentic with everyone, always. Because you serve yourself, you serve the situation, you serve those people, and you serve the collective when you are in your authenticity. The moment that something comes out of your mouth that you're saying for the benefit of other people, and it's not really truly accurate to how you feel, it's making your journey, your spiritual journey, hard, like you're making it harder for yourself. I can't think of people off the top of my head, but there's also one card in Starseed you called about embracing weirdness. Yeah, right, and embracing your true self and your authenticity. It's very much the same thing here. So Spirit's asking you to, or it's not asking, but reminding you to be completely authentic with yourself, with others, in any given situation. And perhaps, you know, from Alice to North rather than Spirit to North, right? In a situation where maybe you feel that your true opinion won't be accepted, then just stay silent. rather than saying something that's untrue or inaccurate. So I hope that helps. Short and sweet, but I hope that helps you, my love. I hope it comes to make sense. It's a real hurdle. Yeah. Yes, it is. America's very careful, I suppose, about who they let in and how they let them in. Which, in my opinion, is pretty daft, because they, you know, everyone says, oh, it's the land of the free. And I'm English, you know, and English people originally, you know, America is made up of so many different nationalities. You know, I mean, people forget all about the Native Americans, the people who were there first. But a vast majority of the people who populate America are from other countries. And yet there are all of these things in place that basically prevent people from going to America to continue to make the nation great. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it. Also, you know, the first people to come in and establish America, you know, other than the Native Americans, obviously, it came from England. The you know, the Pilgrims. They came over from Boston. I was actually born in Boston. I'm literally a descendant of like the people who of the families who boarded the Mayflower and went over to create America as we know it today. And they won't let me in. It's mad, isn't it? Yes, continue to be weird, North. Continue to be weird, absolutely. But yeah, we'll get there one day. We will get there one day. It's something I want and desire for myself, so I know Spirit will create an opportunity for it to happen. We'll just, you know, keep on chipping away at it. It'll happen when the time's right. Exactly, yeah. 44. Support and guidance from the divine. Excuse me. Okay, Georgie, you're up next, my love. We'll do you a little aura vibe check. I'm just going to take a very quick break. Excuse me. I'd like to leave the UK too someday. Where would you go? Would you go to America as well? Are you coming to the ranch? Right, I'm going to take a very quick break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Here's your opportunity to go make a fresh tea, which is what I'm going to do. Bathroom breaks, get yourself some snacks, I don't know, whatever. Woo, the ranch, yes. And when we come back, Georgie, I'll do your read for you. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have a fresh tea. Oh. Which is probably way too hot to drink. Yes. Thank you guys. Okay, so Georgie. Nice. Thank you, Neil. Georgie, right. I'm seeing a lot of red and pink. Self-love, security, you've been really working on yourself and it's showing. It's definitely showing. I feel this radiance of I love myself and I'm so secure in myself, and I thank you, Meadow Fairy. What a beautiful name. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, my lovely. Come get yourself in the Discord if you're not in there already. Yes, lots of self-love and really taking care of yourself. You feel your energy feels very steady to me. Where you're very secure in yourself. And it's a feeling, so I'm struggling to articulate it. What I'm feeling is that you're like this ball of energy, and because I was going to say you're rooted, but you're not. You're not rooted, but it's not in a bad way. You're sort of floating around this self-contained, beautiful, secure in myself sort of ball of energy, and you're happily just sort of floating around and still finding your place, I feel. But because you've got this security in yourself, your root chakra, you've really been working on your root. It's provided a very secure platform with which you're building yourself on top of. But when it comes to the physical, it's not but, it's and within the physical reality, you haven't put down roots in the physical reality, which is fine because you haven't yet found your place yet. You will. You're just this wonderful, self-contained ball of security. I know I'm using the same words over and over, but there's no other words that are coming to mind that better describes it. So I know it's very short and sweet, and there's no, I mean, with an aura reading, you know, I'm just literally reading what your aura is doing right now. So there's no advice or whatever to come with that. But that's the state that I feel that you're in, and it's very beautiful. It's very steadfast. So what I will say is keep it up. Keep resonating in that beautiful energy, because it's serving you very well, and it will continue to serve you well. So I hope that helps on some level. Your state right now for a little aura check-in is, you know, you're in a very good place. Oh, thank you, Meadow, so much for the sub. I super appreciate that, my lovely. Thank you. Yes, come get yourself in the Discord, my lovely. And enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the channel emotes. Now you can wave around a cosmic teacup. The colours are like a work of art. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The pink in there is self-love, absolutely. But it's within the root, because when we're in love, it appears like a halo around your head, and sometimes around the heart space. But in this case with you, Georgie, it's down. It's like down in the root chakra. So this is security and love for oneself, and security within oneself. Very beautiful. It's like this pink, glowing, shimmering, sparkly. It's not really a colour that we see anywhere in this physical reality. It's this shimmering, glowing, pink, gold kind of shimmer to it. It's stunning. Yes, Meadow, wave your emotes around. So, I'm just thinking if there's anything I've forgotten to tell you guys. Have you ever drawn or painted someone's aura? No. But I used to do, when I did ceramics, I used to paint like what I felt was somebody's essence into a design on a mug. Usually it was on a mug. I didn't do too many of them. I did maybe 5 or 6 where it was like a gift for somebody for their birthday or for Yule or whatever. And I would take elements from their physical reality, so like maybe games that they enjoy to play, or things that references within the physical reality, things that they enjoy to do, that they enjoyed doing. I'll take that into account as well. But when it came to the colours that I would use, I would draw from their energy to choose like a colour scheme. So I suppose yes, then in answer to your question, just not in the kind of traditional sense. I would love to do intuitive canvas paintings for people, and take their current state of being, so for example, Georgie, like I've just read your aura, to translate that into a canvas painting. I would love to do that kind of thing. The trouble with canvas is sending it to people. How would I send a canvas painting to someone? It'd have to be packaged ever so carefully. I wouldn't really know how to go about that. Yeah, I don't have my paints and things anymore, unfortunately. And it looks like where I'm it's not set in stone yet, but potentially where I'm moving to, I'm not going to be able to paint. There's just no room. No room for me to paint canvas, no room for a kiln to paint ceramics, but we'll get there, you know, when I have my own house with a garage. It's going to be my art workshop workspace, and I will have a kiln, and we'll have our ceramic painting streams again, because it's been a long time. I have a work meeting in a moment. Those are still here when I'm finished. See you soon. If not, have a wonderful day. Yes, you too. I hope your meeting goes well. It's good to see you as always, Georgie. Take care, and we will see you soon. If not later, then in the next one. I've been thinking to draw people's auras into these beings or entities. I thought about doing it when I get a PC, but I figured mobile works alright. Yeah, do it. Bye, lovely. Have a good day. Yeah, do it, North. There's no reason why not. Meadow. Yes, there you go. Oz has just brought up the how to get a reading thing. So if you want a private reading, where that's a full reading, they're about an hour long, and I do them as a video, so it's recorded for you, and I put that up on YouTube, so it'll stay there forever, and it's a private video on YouTube, so it's only you and I that have access to it. If you want to share your reading with other, with friends or family members, you can just give them the link, so whoever has the link can view the reading, and it's there forever, so you can view it as many times as you like. And that, for a full reading, we go really into depth. We look at heart space, physical space, and mental space to see where you're at and where you're headed. And that's very much in depth. You can drop 1,000 bits or a £10 tip for a reading, a full reading here on stream, although because it's in a public setting, it's not as in depth as having a private reading like I've just described. Because even though you might say to me, yeah, it's all okay to share, it's okay for you to mention whatever, there usually are skeletons in the closet for people, and those things inevitably do come up, so I tend to not talk about that kind of stuff on stream in front of people. So it's still an in-depth reading, and I keep pulling cards until Spirit kind of says we're done. But it's not as in-depth as a private reading, I suppose is my point. Or you can use your channel points to redeem a vibe check, which is one card. I give you a choice of 3 decks, and I pull a card, and it's short and sweet. So entirely up to you, really, what it is that you're after. Totally up to you. Yeah, have I forgotten anything? I've done so much this week for the community, and I'm struggling to... I'm going to look through my diary and see if there's anything I've forgotten to mention. As I said earlier, if you want to... There's a lot of videos, there's a number of videos coming your way this week that are kind of queued up. Where are we? I'm looking at totally the wrong month. The thunderstorm, yeah, it's like beautiful sunshine outside. I just, when we had that break just then, I stepped outside for a couple of minutes, and it's beautiful weather out there, but the rain is just so soothing. Yeah, okay, a couple of things I've already mentioned, but we now do Twin Flame Tuesday collective reads on YouTube. So tomorrow, the first official Twin Flame Tuesday video will be ready to view. If you are a patron and therefore a member of the Cosmic Clan in Discord, then you can view all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's available to everybody else. So if you are a patron or a member of the Cosmic or a member of the Cosmic Clan, then that video is available right now to view on YouTube. The link is in Discord in the Cosmic Clan channel. If you'd like to become a patron, then Oz is very helpfully, thank you, put the link there in the chat to my Patreon. Go over and have a look and become a patron today. Get yourself a little exclusive Discord role whilst you're at it, and come and join the Cosmic Clan. Link is in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. We've got a Phasmophobia video coming this week, and also the first episode of our Oblivion playthrough. I'm now making it into episodes, so even though, as you'll see from that video when it comes out this week, my hair is different, I'm in a different place, I'm in my old place, so the video is like a year old. But I edited it down to an hour-ish, and you'll see us go through our character creation. And I was so different back then. I looked quite different, yeah. My hair was definitely different. And the camera made me look very different. I haven't changed all that much in a year, to be honest. My dreads are a different colour now. That's about it. And everything sounds and looks different because I was in a different setting and I had a different setup. But yeah, so that video is coming this week as well. So if you want to see it early, come and join the Cosmic Clan. And if you haven't seen it already, the full moon, our Libra full moon collective read video is now live on YouTube. If you haven't seen that already, then go and give that a little look as well. And I will just put this out once more, because we've only got about 3 weeks left, I think, until the campaign ends. If you want to lay your little spiritual mitts on... Thank you, Oz. Link is in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. Link's in the chat if you're here now on Twitch. Or if you're watching this as a rerun, pop over to Discord and you'll find the link there to Crowdfunder. This is the Cosmic Cloud Oracle. This is a deck that I made. It's a year in the making. This one in my hand is the only one in existence right now in the physical reality. If you want to lay your hands on your own copy of this deck, you can grab it. You do speak Alice. You are fluent in Alice. Makes things very useful, very easy. Then you can get this deck on Crowdfunder. We have 3 weeks to complete the to fulfill the what's it called? Goal, for lack of a better word. We have about 3 weeks left to fulfill the goal. If we don't hit goal, then no one will get a deck. We have to hit goal in order to have the decks produced. So no pressure, but it's in your hands now. Cosmos Collective, the fate of this deck is in your little spiritual hands. I think I just donated for a reading, not sure if it's working, but the donor page said you have successfully tipped. Oh, no. Wait a second, let me check. Sometimes the notification doesn't go off, or it takes a moment or two for the notification to come through. But I can check. Let me see. don't see it. I don't see it. Was that for a full private reading or a reading here on stream? If it does come through twice, my lovely, I'll refund one of them for you. 333, thank you, Oz. Thank you, my lovely. On stream, first at £10. Yeah, it would have come through. Well, I've just checked PayPal, and it's not in there. So, like I say, if it's just delayed and struggling, and it comes through twice, then I will refund it to you. Thank you, Oz, for 333. I really appreciate that, my lovely. Thank you. Stupid chat window. Can you fuck off? Oh, there we go. There we go. That worked. Thank you, my love. Right, let's sort you out then with a full stream reading. Boom. Yes. Okay. Let's see what we got. What was that noise? Something just went boom. What was that noise? I don't know. I've never heard that noise before. I've never heard my computer make that noise. No idea. Pretty sure that was... It must have been my computer that made that noise because I heard it in my ear. No idea. Weird. Okay, Meadow. Let's see what we got for you then, my love. Now, if there's anything that you want to ask, then by all means, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Feel free to interrupt me. You can share as much or as little as you like. Some people with readings give me literally no information and I just read for you. Some people tell me their life story. It's entirely up to you how much or how little you want to share. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to make any difference to the reading. There may be a small delay if I type in chat because I'm on mobile. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Okay. Let's see where you're at. Okay, so this flew out along with a couple of other cards. And I put this one back because I thought, no, it's not that one. And I put it back. And I continued to shuffle and then it came back out again. I always make that mistake. Like, nah, don't need you. And then it's like, no, you do need me. It always comes back out. Oh. Beautiful. Okay, I wanted 3 out of that deck, but we actually have 4. So we'll start from the beginning. I'm sorry you can't see them once I've laid them out in front of me, because I only have this one camera set up. but I will hold them up as I'm talking about them. So, fairy, meadow fairy, yep. Okay, so we have Green Man synergy. So this was the first one to fly out. You are very much moving in harmony with, I feel that you're in flow. Excuse me. And I know you haven't seen them yet, but the other three cards that are sitting in front of me definitely confirms that. Welcome back, Gaia. So you are very much in flow. You're moving with the flow also of your heart chakra. Now we'll have a little look at heart space, mental space and physical space in a moment, but I just wanted to get an overall view excuse me, of what your energy is doing right now. So you're very connected to your heart space. Within heart space is your emotional center and your desires, what you truly desire. Whether or not that has translated into your mental space or into your physical space yet remains to be seen, and it doesn't really matter, because this is where your emotion, how you feel, what you think and what you do, it all comes from the heart chakra. It has to happen within the heart space first. So I'm seeing here that there's definitely harmony between you and spirit. You're in flow. Now next was fairies, earth magic, and this shows what's manifesting, or that you're being. This is to do with manifestation and bringing things into the physical space and into reality, into your reality. Excuse me, I'm getting raspy. So off the back of this Green Man, this energy is manifesting within your physical reality. So I'm seeing a lot of calm, rejuvenation, cleansing, becoming more powerful within yourself, because you're trusting yourself when maybe we're not going to talk about the past because it's totally irrelevant. But in honor of finishing that sentence, perhaps you haven't been trusting yourself. Perhaps you've been in turmoil. But now, which is what's important, you are beginning to bring that energy into your reality. The way that you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you interact with your physical space, the way you interact with the people around you. There's this very beautiful, calm, just going with the flow sort of energy about you. Then we have more green, we have forest breath. So when we look at these together, we have all this green, and then we have finally lotus flower unfoldment, right? So we'll come back to the lotus in just a moment. But this forest breath, again, this is more flow. This is getting back in touch with yourself, in touch with the heart chakra, getting back to your human roots, which are, you are a creature of the earth. Your soul not so much, but your body is. And whilst we inhabit these physical vessels, we need to play the role of being a human, because that's what you are right now. You're playing the role of being a human. And to fulfill that role, we need to be creatures of Gaia. We need to be creatures of the earth. Getting back in touch with nature, spending time outside. Being vegan, I always hesitate on that front, because a lot of people think, oh, but we're meant to eat meat and blah, 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 blah. It doesn't make you feel good, right? I'm not passing judgment. If you eat meat, Meadow, then that's totally fair enough, and you do you, right? But what it is to be human is to be compassionate. To be compassionate is to be vegan. I'm just saying, right? Just saying. So all this wonderful green, and we're seeing it coming into your physical reality. And then right here with the lotus unfoldment, we're seeing that spirit is really saying that you are in alignment. You are on the right, not to say that You're always on the right path, right? Fuck off, Gaia. Fuck off. The lotus flower unfoldment card always shows us that we're on the right sod off. That we're on the right path. We're in flow. So Meadow, the message here is that your energy, you're definitely in the right space to be pursuing what's in your soul contract. I know I just keep saying the same thing, but you know, you're in flow. That's really excuse me, that's really what I'm feeling, is that you're so in flow. You're in surrender. Vegetarian since my teens, vegan for a year, then vegetarian, vegan again for almost 2 years, back to veg for last year. Your timing is so crazy. I literally this morning was like, wow, eating any animal products just doesn't feel right anymore. I want to go back to full vegan, right? This is part of the reason why I just told Gaia to off, right? Because what I'm saying right now is only for Meadow. We're doing a reading for Meadow. So I'm channeling. Anything that I say is not coming from me, it's coming from Spirit. And therefore the timing is going to be correct for it, right? Because Spirit knows that what I'm saying is purely for Meadow's benefit. So even if, no, well, sort of, you missed Gaia just telling me off. So I told him off. But, you know, this is just for Meadow. So any of what I say it's not supposed to make sense to me. It's not supposed to make sense to anybody else. And it may or may not sound like judgment or whatever. It's for Meadow. So anything that I say is supposed to not trigger Meadow, but like prompt certain thoughts and mindsets from Meadow, because it's Meadow's reading. So me saying that about being vegan didn't really make sense. I mean, it makes sense to me because it's logical, but it didn't make sense that I was saying it in the way and in the timing that I was saying it. But it's not for me, it's for Meadow, right? So there we go. There's your confirmation then, Meadow, that just troll banter. And maybe even Gaia learning a little bit of something as well, that when someone rocks up in your stream and they say that kind of stuff to you, that you just tell them to F off. Like, whatever. Oh my god, Christian, that emote is magic. That is perfect. That is pure magic right there. I love it. Yeah, exactly, Gaia. Exactly. Everyone's just spamming Christian's beautiful laughy face now. So Meadow, yes, take that as confirmation then, that you were thinking about being full vegan again, and you were feeling that you weren't, you weren't feeling too good because you've been eating meat and animal products lately. Then take what I've just said then as confirmation that Spirit hears you. The Spirit's echoing that thought, that for you to be back on your path. I'm just going to ignore the chat unless it's Meadow, because you guys are really distracting. For you to be back on track for yourself is for you to be vegan. That's the right thing for you to be doing. So this is all very wonderful. This is all very beautiful energy right here. So let's have a look then at heart space. Let's see specifically what's going on in your heart space. What's going on with dreams and desires? What's going on with how you feel, your emotional centre? Oh, hello. No meat for me in over a decade, but cheese is grossing me out now. Yeah. Okay, so within your heart space, we've got full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. I'm going to get some clarifiers on this because I straight off the bat that could mean several things. Let's dip into the Starseed Oracle. The reconnecting with nature, on point, perfectly timed. See, there's no excuse really not to now because the weather's getting warmer. So not only do we get that beautiful sense of release and relief, don't we, when we step outside into nature? Okay. I literally just said release and relief, right? Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Release. On my channel, because I primarily do metal music requests, I'll often get the classic metalhead in the stream, and whenever I mention that I'm vegan, they're like, fuck you, you're not metal. Yeah, I get the mentality of like the true metalheads, right? But obviously to the likes of you and I and most people sat here in the stream right now, being vegan doesn't mean anything with regards to like what you're into, what music you're into, or what art you appreciate, or how you dress, you know. Maybe, but there's no judgment here, guy. If you want to eat steak or whatever, like if you want to eat animals, like you crack on. There's no judgment. You know, we're not those types of vegans where we're going to be like, get out, you dirty scum. You know, because we accept everyone, and we accept that we know that being vegan is the only way really to be truly healthy in your body and in your mind, and to be truly compassionate. The only way is to be vegan. But if there's people that are still discovering that, and they're still eating meat, and they're still figuring that out for them, that's the point, right? We appreciate that people need to figure this stuff out for themselves, and telling people off for something that they're doing is just so backwards. It's ridiculous. People don't learn by being told, they learn by figuring it out for themselves. So we create a completely open space for people to discover things about themselves. So if you want to eat, you know, if you posted in the Discord like, oh, I'm having steak tonight, you'd have all of the vegans will ask you, how was your steak? You know, genuinely wanting to know if you had a good meal, with no like judgment, you know. I even once had you wear white socks, you are not metal. The traditional metalheads are idiots, I'm afraid. Like, to be metal, you have to have certain, like, men have to have long hair, dreads are accepted, you gotta have piercings, you gotta have ink, otherwise you're not metal. You can't listen to metal music unless you look metal, is just absolutely ridiculous. Some of the most like plain looking straight laced people that I've met have like absolutely loved Cradle of Filth, you know, and like looking at them you'd be like, what, you listen to Cradle of Filth? Really? You're lying. And they're like, no. Show me their CD collections. Like they have the disc off, like the whole lot, you know. Crazy. Anyway, fucking so distracted right now. Meadow, I'm sorry. Metal on the inside. Yeah, exactly. Classical on the outside. So, meadow, right? Yeah, anything aligned must go, right? And you just mentioned going outside, getting back in touch with nature. There's release energy in right now. This don't let pride get in your way is making sense to me. Within heart space, like I said, heart space is the root of what we say, what we think, what we do. Exactly, right? And this is why I always mention that I do private readings where I don't get distracted, and there isn't a stream to run at the same time. It's just me and the cards, a whole solid hour of me talking to you, and this is why stream full readings aren't always the best way to go. But let's focus, right? This don't let pride get in your way. Full moon Leo is making more sense to me now, because as I say, everything starts from the heart chakra. Everything has its root within the heart chakra, because this is where our desires lie. And where there's this release, you're being encouraged to release. It's healthy and essential to your growth to be constantly releasing. Every day when we interact with the physical world, we pick up bullshit. And the ego doesn't like to... the ego is very grabby. It will just sort of grab and latch on to everything that comes its way, and it's like a hoarder, and it won't release it. We need to be releasing as much and as often as we are gathering new bullshit. We need to remain stainless from the vicissitudes of life, not retaining them, and it dulls our colour, right? So there's something in your heart space that you're holding on to out of pride. Now, I can illustrate my point with a story, a short one, from my own life. Hopefully this will bring my point to life a little bit and make a bit more sense. I used to be a ceramicist. I was a ceramicist for 12 years. When my dad passed away, I was no longer able to be a ceramicist because I lost the business. The business got shut down. I won't get into this too in depth, otherwise we'll be here all day. But for a long time, I felt very bitter and upset and angry and frustrated that I was a ceramicist, and I love ceramics, and I was no longer able to continue my trade as a ceramicist because I had no longer had the equipment or the means or the money. I didn't have a kiln. I didn't have a space anymore. I was living on someone's sofa for a while. It all went to hell. And I really I held on to, I'm a ceramicist, and it was out of pride. And it made it very difficult for me to be around my previous clients because they knew what maybe not everything that I'd been through, but that I'd basically fallen from grace. That's how I viewed it. And I found it very difficult to be around my clients because they were no longer my clients, but I still viewed them as my clients. And because I was holding on, because I was so full of pride, and I wasn't letting it go and just accepting. I'm no longer a ceramicist. I'm still passionate. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still passionate about ceramics, because here we are 3 years later. I'm still very passionate about ceramics, even though I haven't touched a paintbrush in 3 years. I still count myself as being a ceramicist, but I've dropped the pride. And now that I've dropped the pride, I'm able to look my clients in the face and be like, yeah, that's something I used to do, and that's just not what I am right now. It's not what I am anymore, but I know I will be because it's something I'm still passionate about, right? So I had to release the pride in order to continue to be happy and to live in the moment and to appreciate the time that I did have, instead of looking back and feeling bitter that I don't have it anymore. Now I look back on it very fondly, and I'm very proud of myself for the things that I achieved whilst I was in that space. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that further illustrates the point that Spirit's making here, is that Meadow, for you right now, there's something that you're holding on to and it's out of pride. Right? And pride doesn't do anyone any good. Now, there's nothing wrong with being proud of yourself and to having pride for yourself, but to hold yourself in such a high regard that when you're no longer doing those things anymore, you can't look someone in the face like that's not healthy. That's not healthy pride, right? I'm channeling, so I'm starting to get sweaty. So I hope that makes sense, right? And then we have here also Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust, right? You release the pride and not allowing it to get in your way anymore. That you'll then it will then give way to a very deep sense of safety, trust, loyalty, protection. Could this have to do with a relationship or physical appearance? Both, yeah, absolutely. I mean, could be maybe you've gained some weight and you're not happy about that, and you used to be skinny as a rake and you used to be able to fit into all sorts of things, and you know that you knew that you looked good, right? I don't know what it is, right? Because I don't read stuff and things, I read energy. So it could be something, if you're say physical appearance, right? Could be something to do with that. In which case, not being able to look people in the face, or like not really wanting to be around people because you're like, don't look at me because I'm fat now. I can relate to that. I've gained a lot of weight since I've lived here because I've been eating a lot of fast food, and I tried to put my jeans on this morning and they wouldn't fit. But I'm not proud, right? I'm not proud. I just think to myself, right, fuck, I really need to lay off the fast food and get more on the yoga and maybe fucking jog or something, need to lose weight again. It's not, if I was prideful, I wouldn't be streaming, because I'd be like, don't look at me, I'm fat. Right? So, and if it's something to do with a relationship, then it could be you're not moving on because you're stuck on that relationship. So you're not, that might have been a karmic relationship. Karmic relationships, you're not meant to stay in forever. You're with a karmic relationship, you're meant to be in it, learn what you're meant to learn, and then leave it. That's the whole purpose of a karmic relationship. Okay, Christian, I hope it goes well, my lovely. Yes, see you soon. Hello, Wix, how you doing, my love? We're just doing a full reading for Meadow right now, for Meadow Fairy. So you see how pride can get in the way. Hello, champion. How you doing, my love? You see how pride can get in the way of what it can get in the way of now, right? It can get in the way of the moment. So it, like I say, I don't read stuff and things. I read energy. So it's totally up to you how you want to interpret this, Meadow. But Spirit's never wrong, right? And Spirit is saying that there is some pride going on within the heart space, and it's time to release it. It's time just to let that shit go, because it's not serving you. It's getting in the way. So let's dig in to another deck, right? So we'll stay in heart space for a moment. And we'll see, we'll just dip into another deck and see what else is going on in there. Come on, little buddy. Could probably have to do with rivalry. That word comes from a place of pride, right? If you weren't in a pride state, you would never have used the word rivalry. Now, what's going on? Is there someone else has sprung up on the scene and is threatening your relationship? A relationship can only be threatened if there's something wrong with it. Otherwise, anyone can come along and it wouldn't shake it. Therefore, it's a karmic relationship. And from the sounds of it, if I'm right in what I've just said, it's time for it to end. Oh, hello. Work-based. Yep, well, again, there's the prize then. No, this is my role. No, you can't take that from me. I'm not going to let you take that from me. Right? This kind of like rivalry, sort of prideful mindset is really unhealthy. And really all it does is it brings to the surface that you have an insecurity within yourself, that maybe this person is even capable of taking this role from you, or taking something from you. Yeah, Gaia, totally right. Relationship is like a fortress. It's only as strong as the foundation it's built on. Yeah, totally right. When you are solid and secure in yourself, my love, no one can take anything from you. People can be right up in your face threatening to take shit from you, and you'll just be like, cool story, bro, because you know deep down that nothing's going to shake you. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing in the world. It just doesn't matter, because no one's got shit on you. So there's an insecure. Now we're burrowing in a little bit. That you are holding some insecurities, and they're based on pride. Welcome back, Georgie. So there are no rivalries, there are no threats. You do you. No one else can be better at doing what you do, because you're you. Just like you can't be somebody else. Like you can't do something as well as other people can do them, because they're doing them in their own way. So you need to find the niche, right? You need to do you. You need to do you exceptionally well. I compare and despair. Oh, that's a brilliant word pairing there. Compare and despair, because isn't that what happens? When you compare, you despair. That's perfect. See, you already know the answer. So how do you eliminate the despair? You stop comparing. It's very simple, isn't it? You can work that backwards. Stop the despair by stopping the compare, right? And this whole mindset of like, oh, there's other people that do numbers and stats at work, right? Well, I mean, let's take this back to the root, right? Numbers and stats and stuff, like, what difference does it make to your life? When you were born into this life, you weren't born for numbers and stats. You weren't born for the job that you're even in. That's not why you came here to this physical reality. That's not why you took a ticket and waited in line for possibly centuries to be in this lifetime right now. That's not why you came here to experience the Great Conjunction back in December of last year, which put us firmly into the age of Aquarius, which has helped us to be more in touch with our human selves. You're not serving the collective by being buried in numbers and stats. Let's get some perspective on this situation here, right? I'm pulling out my tough love hat, okay? Because I feel like you need to be shaken out of this. A good day at work isn't about how I felt. It's about targets and numerical outcomes. Yeah, it's bullshit. It's human made just purely exists in this physical reality bullshit. Anything that only exists in this physical reality is just not going to benefit you. Because you're not a human, you're a soul. You're not from this physical reality. You're just playing the role of being a human right now. You're a soul within a human body. It's an avatar. It's a role. It's a character that you're playing right now. And ultimately, none of it fucking matters. What matters is the things that you experience here right now in this physical reality during, I say right now, is during the course of your human life, the things that you're experiencing, you're learning things from that. It's helping you to alter and shift your character and the way that you feel about yourself. That's what you're here for. That was the point. You didn't come here for a jolly. You didn't come here for a good time. You didn't come here to meet your twin flame and to have lots of babies, right? This isn't a vacation. That's not what being human is for. That's not what this reality was created so that you could just come down here and have a jolly with some numbers and targets and feel insecure about yourself. That's not what you're here for. You're here so that you can learn some deep and fundamental things about yourself. So you can learn about how you interact with other souls, how you handle situations when they crop up, how resilient you are, how strong you are, how much you love yourself, how much compassion you have. Right, you're here to discover all of those things and to grow all of them and develop all of those things. So now that we're in the right mindset of why I'm here, absolutely, you can be happy right now. It's a decision. This is something that a lot of people don't seem to realise, that being happy is a choice. And if you're not happy right now, that's because you're choosing to focus on things that make you unhappy. It's a choice. So you're focusing on things right now. The fact that you've even asked me that question tells me that you're not happy right now. You're not happy right now because you're focusing on the wrong things. You're worrying about stuff. You're thinking about the past. You're worrying about things that aren't presently happening. And the only thing that truly exists is right now. Because you're experiencing it right now. You're not experiencing the past anymore, yet people just, they get hung up on it. They're always thinking about, oh yeah, but I could have been doing this. Yeah, but you're not, so it doesn't fucking matter, does it? What are you doing right now? What are you experiencing right now? What are you feeling right now? If you're not content with what you're doing and what you're experiencing and what you're feeling right now, then change it. You have you have the power to do that. You have the capacity to do that. You have the strength to do that. But you're choosing not to. Now, why is that? If you're choosing to be unhappy, then you need to ask yourself why you're doing that to yourself. You're torturing yourself. It's very easy for it. Now, we enjoy doing this, right? We enjoy blaming other people and blaming our situation for how we feel, don't we? We don't take responsibility for how we feel. Now, the reason I'm able to speak so confidently about all of this stuff is because I've been there and I've learned better, and now I am happy. So even though, you could look at, my situation, let's say, on paper and be like, Alice has got every reason to fucking kill herself, right? She's got every reason to be really unhappy, to be super depressed, right? And we're not here for me right now, but I'm just saying, right? On paper, I have every reason to be very unhappy, but I choose to focus on things that bring me joy in my moments. So if I recognize I'm not feeling so good right now, I think to myself, well, what can I be doing right now that would make me feel good? It could be eating some nice food. It could be stepping outside and getting some fresh air. It could be having a nice cup of tea. It could be going and having a candlelit bath. It could be reading my favourite book. It could be hanging out with one of my friends. It could be fucking retail therapy and go and buy myself something, like indulging my ego. It could be putting some makeup on and just pampering myself a little bit. All of these things are just off the top of my head of things that I could do that make me feel good. And I go and indulge in one of those activities, and it distracts my ego from the past and from worrying about the future. And so the only thing that truly exists is right now, and therefore I've just transformed my reality. I've just taken control of my life. I recognized that I wasn't feeling so great, so I changed it. I took control of it. I made a choice. I made a decision, and I followed through. And so I went and made myself a nice cup of tea, and then I got myself all comfy, and then I lit some candles, and I got in the bath, and then, oh, look at that, I'm sat in the bath, and my now moment is I'm sitting in the bath with my nice cup of tea and my favourite book, and I'm reading, and I've got a smile on my face because suddenly I feel happy. That's where happiness is found. It's not in these menial tasks and these silly little physical rituals that we have. It's in the knowing that in any moment you can make the decision and the choice to be happy. And you have the power to be happy whenever you choose. You are so much more in control of your reality than you have been told that you are and that you've been led to believe. This society is structured in a particular way to make us feel fucking miserable because it makes us subservient. It makes us listen to the higher power. It makes us listen to government and the people in charge. Because we start looking to them for, I don't know how to make myself happy, so can you provide something for me that makes me happy? And tell me how to be happy, right? And they don't tell us how to be happy because they don't want us to be happy, because as long as we're not happy, we are followers and we are sheep. So it's not your fault, Meadow, that you feel this way, and for everybody else, it's not your fault that you feel this way, but you do have a responsibility to yourself to rectify it. Stop looking outside of yourself for ways to make yourself happy, because you're not going to fucking find it. You find happiness within yourself, and whilst you're in this body and within these physical, vessels and meat wagons, right? We're in a physical reality, so we find happiness within these little physical things that make us feel happy. Happiness is not in a cake, and it's not in money, and it's not in stuff and things. It's in how you feel. And because we're in a physical reality, we use these physical elements like money and cake and stuff and things to make us feel a certain way. The happiness is not in the stuff and things. It's we find happiness through those things because we're in a physical reality. Does that make sense? So half of what I said there came from me, and half of it came through my spirit guide Aurora, who translates light language for me. So I'm sorry if that sounded a little bit ranty and a bit tough lovey, but hopefully that was enough to snap you into the right way of thinking, which is that your pride and your ego is getting you in my ear. Your pride, God, I've broken out into a sweat. I'm channeling. This always happens when I channel spirit. I get really warm. Anything unaligned must go. Anything unaligned must go. There is loyalty, safety and trust to be found in this release. Getting back out into nature is going to put you on the right path. Okay? You're already in the right energy. It's just these little things that are like little hurdles and little pitfalls that aren't doing you any favours right now. Come on, camera. Thank you. Sarcasm comes through from ego. Ego is insecure. Sarcasm speaks wonders about the individual that speaks it. Just saying. Loyalty, safety, trust. Well, of course, because when you are in the moment and you are happy in yourself, you feel safe and you feel secure and you trust yourself. And you are able to be a lot more loyal to your heart space and the things that you desire because you feel more capable to go after them, to achieve them. So we have also for heart space, we've got the keeper of the scales, fairness and balanced. Balance. Meadow. After this reading, we're probably going to wrap up the stream anyway. But go and watch if you have time, right? When you have time, go and watch the Libra full moon YouTube video that was put up yesterday. Go and watch that. It's a collective reading, so obviously it's not just for you, it's for everybody. But yesterday we had a full moon in Libra, so we had a collective reading for that full moon energy. This card here is the Libra card. This fairness and this balance, right? This balance that comes from Libra energy. Spirit, there's something in that reading I feel that will greatly benefit you, because the heart chakra for the collective is being balanced through a rush of clarity that came with the full moon energy. So I think that reading will really benefit you. So go and watch that after this reading for you. So let's have a look at mental space then. We've got a really good idea as to what's going on in your heart space. There's some prideful things going on that you need to release. There's some stuff that you need to release. And I don't know what those things are, because I don't read stuff and things, I read energy. But there's definitely something that you need to release, and I think we've uncovered it there, right? You feel that there's rivalries going on at work. That's not the specific thing, it's the fact that you feel that there are people that can take things from you, that you felt that you saw fit to use the word rivalry when that comes from a state of fear. You need to release that, my love, because it's just not serving you. It doesn't make sense to hold on to that, constantly looking over your shoulder. It's not, no wonder you're not feeling like you're very happy. You need to concern yourself way less with what other people are doing, and just know that everyone else is just like you. We're all born, even me, right? Even me. I'm just like you. I was born, you were born as a soul into this human vessel, and we're just figuring out what the fuck is going on, and we're figuring out how to be happy, and we're all thrown into the mix together, and we're all doing it alone and together. Everyone else is just like you. So for you to feel that someone else is a rival is just daft, isn't it? When you look at it that way. That's daft, because they're thinking the same thing about you. So between the two of you, if you get rid of that stupid feeling of like, oh, these people are my rivals, what's left? Compassion, feeling more secure in yourself, compassion for yourself and for other people, and you're more inclined to be friends rather than enemies. There's no point in being enemies. There's just no point to it at all. There's nothing to be gained from that. And if you think that having a rival is, in honour of your own self-preservation, we're stronger united than we are individual, alone. So anyway, mental space. Let's see what's going on in mental space. Let's see what's conscious understanding here. Yeah, okay. All right. So what's conscious understanding then is that nothing is set in stone, that everything is all up in the air, right? This tells me that ego is a little bit rampant right now. Ego's going, oh, fuck, what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared about that, right? That's something to be that's something to be worked through. Ego's not doing you any favours right now with that kind of mindset. But adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So You're aware that what's going on for you right now is just not working, and the way that you're approaching things is not working for you. Probably why you came and asked me for a reading, because you're looking for some direction. You know that adjustments need to be made, but you don't know what those adjustments are. So probably why you came for a reading. I can't, well, I can't, well, I suppose I can and I can't tell you what those adjustments should be. We've already discovered and uncovered that you need to release your insecurity, basically. And the way to do that is to, every time you catch yourself thinking about, oh, I wonder what that person's thinking about me. I wonder what that person's doing in the absence of me being there. I wonder what other people are doing. I wonder what other people are thinking, right? As soon as you catch yourself thinking about what other people are doing, say to yourself, that shit doesn't matter, because those people aren't me, and I'm living my own life, and the more I concern myself with what other people are doing means I'm not concerned, I'm taking attention and focus away from myself, and then I'm leaving myself wide open for an attack. You know, if I spend more time focusing on me, then I am better prepared for situations when they come my way. I'm putting my energy into me. I am spending more time concerning myself with my own growth. I don't know if there needs to be adjustments in my relationship or just walk away. Now that's a different kettle of fish, right? Because now we're not talking about you, we're talking about we. I mean, I'd say this really to anybody, including myself, right, in any relationship. If it's not satisfying you, then walk away from it. If you're deeply, madly in love and it's coming from a place of security, it's not coming up from a space of insecurity and dependence, because people confuse true love with dependence a lot of the time. If you're dependent, you'll be utterly convinced that you're in love, and it'll be very difficult to work that out for yourself. You need to spend time on your own. So I suppose my advice on that, if you're not sure, is to say to the person that you're in a relationship with is, I need some headspace, all right? Call it whatever you want. Call it a break, call it us splitting up. It doesn't matter. The reality is I need to not be under your influence for a time so I can hear my own voice and I can figure this out for myself. And part ways. Again, totally up to you how you want to go about that. But be on your own. Be on your own for enough time to develop your own habits and schedules, and be on your own. Just be on your own, right? Long enough for it needs to be at least 2 weeks, right, of being on your own, because in the physical reality that's how it translates in terms of time. It takes about 2 weeks to adjust to any change. That's just how it is. So at least 2 weeks. So it was with a decision like this, personally, if I were in your shoes, I would take a month. I would take a month of just being completely on my own. Call it what you want. Breaking up, pretending that you're single when really you're in a relationship, having a break. It just doesn't fucking matter what you want to call it. It just, as long as in your moments, day to day, moment on moment, you're on your own, and you're doing your own thing, and doesn't mean you can't still talk to them. Of course you can. You can say good. You could phone them and call. Say good night to them every night if you want to. You can be texting them, throughout the day, and meeting up with them at the weekends, and still. I'm just going to be blunt. It doesn't mean that you need to stop having sex with them. Like you still have sex, right, and still be all lovey-dovey with each other and that. But just being on your own long enough. So, like I say, for me personally, I would take a month and see how I get on. If I feel like for the first couple of weeks I'm going to feel really odd, Really, really strange, because you're breaking the habit of being with them. But once you've broken that habit, takes a couple of weeks, then you've got another good solid couple of weeks to re-establish yourself without them around. And then you can ask yourself, when that month is up, right, now I've broken the habit of being around them, am I happier? Do I feel more fulfilled not being around them? Because now I have a pretty good idea. I've had 2 weeks of not being, 2 weeks of adjusting, and then 2 weeks of re-establishing myself without them. This is what life would continue to be like if I wasn't in a relationship with them. Am I okay with that? And during that couple of weeks, you can ask yourself, am I dependent on this person? And do I really love them? Or am I just so used to them being around that I think that that's love? You know, you get so used to sleeping next to them at night, you get so used to them saying I love you, and you get so used to saying I love you, baby, or whatever, and you get so used to, oh, I'm making a cup of tea for myself, do you want one? You know, and you get so used to cooking for two, like just get so used to it that people often mistake that comfort as being love, when, to be honest, probably 50% of the time it's not. It's not love, it's just habit. So, yeah, take some time for yourself. That's my own personal advice, is take a month away from them. So, adjustments are required. Yeah, you're thinking about all of this stuff. We don't need to dwell on mental space, because I think we're there, we know. So, let's have a look at physical space then. Let's see what's going on there. I'm going to use the Cosmic Cloud Oracle for this. What's going on in your physical reality? What's the energy there? Two weeks away to break the habit, and another 2 weeks to re-establish yourself. That's 4 weeks. And, you know, at times when maybe you have a little feeling of weakness, like, oh God, that's such a long time. No, it's not, right? And remind yourself of this. Think about how old you are, and then think about what 4 weeks looks like in comparison to that. 4 weeks is fuck all. It's a drop in the ocean of your life. And it's a worthwhile sacrifice to make. And we've just had this confirmed. We have the element of spirit and divine feminine. You need to get back in touch with the things that you're passionate about. Divine feminine energy is ideas, it's fiery passion, it's emotion, it's how you feel about, you know, it's dreams and desires, and it's how you truly feel. That's what divine feminine energy speaks to. And you're not in touch with that right now. And you need to be. I feel that you're being swayed by anything and everything that's going on around you, and you're not really listening to your heart space. Again, we'll go back to the heart space. There's balance that needs to be established in there. There's pride that's getting in the way. That's based off of ego. Anything unaligned must go. There is loyalty, protection, safety, and trust to be found by releasing all of this bullshit that's in your heart space right now. And then you will find yourself more in touch with your divine feminine energy. Everyone has divine masculine and divine feminine energy within them. Your soul is made up of both of those things. I'm not talking about gender. I'm not talking about what you identify as. I'm not talking about what body you're in. I'm talking about the energy that you hold as a soul, and that is made up of both feminine and masculine energy. You're very much rooted in divine masculine energy right now, my love, and you need a balance of the two. 4 weeks feels like a lot, because there may be a move to a new place on the horizon. I'm worried too much time away can't be afforded right now. Look, we're talking about your life. 4 weeks is a fuck all sacrifice of time to be afforded to you. You deserve 4 weeks to be afforded to yourself right now, so that you can make the right decision. We're talking about your life. That is the most important thing to you, surely. And of course it will work out. Absolutely. Everything always finds a way of working itself out. But you can fast forward the process by giving yourself 4 weeks to really think about things, to really feel this out. You deserve that. And I'm going to say it again. We're talking about your life. No, I don't have time to think about my life. I don't have time to think about the decisions that are going to deeply, massively affect the way that I live my life and whether or not I'm happy. No, I couldn't possibly sacrifice 4 weeks to think about these things that are really fucking important. Do you see how daft that is? Of course you can afford yourself 4 weeks. Of course you can. You deserve it. And you're what's the word? You deserve it, and what's the word I'm looking for? You're entitled to it. Yes, you are entitled always to time for yourself so that you can make a decision that's going to affect your life. So let's wrap this up and see what else is going on in physical space. No matter how long it turns out to be, if a relationship can't survive some time away, then it's not meant to, right? Right? If this is someone who's going to be like your wife or your husband, then they'll give you 4 weeks to figure shit out. If their answer to that is like, oh, I don't know if I can give you 4 weeks so that you can think about some important life decisions, then fuck them right off. They are not right for you. Anyone who is right for you will say, of course, honey, of course. You have as much. 4 weeks, take 8 weeks. You can have as much time as you feel that you need for you to be happy. I will wait for you. If the answer you receive is anything other than that, then you're making the right decision to step away. And you may as well just break up with them right there and then on the spot. Yeah. Okay. So within physical space then, there's definitely, so we've got the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humility and Conscious Action. You're welcome. You are welcome. I mean, I'm sure you're seeing now that I don't fuck around, right? I don't mince my words, and I'll tell you exactly how it is. You know, things are very much always in grey space, but you know, sometimes things can be very black and white. And this is how I conduct myself in relationships. You know, if I say to my partner, hey, I need some time, I need some space to just, you know, figure things out, and they say, oh, I don't know if I can do that, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I can do this relationship then, mate, fuck off. Because my time is so precious to me. This is my life, and it's very important to me, and I'm not going to fuck it off for anyone. So, you know, if someone else expects me to fuck my life off for them, then they can fuck off. Busy Honey Badger, what a beautiful name. It is Wisdom of the yes, it is. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, Oracle deck, yes. By I know who it's by. It's a double-barreled name, isn't it? Colette Baron Reed. Yes. I was going to say something else, which was wrong. I have the box. Yeah, I don't. I have the box, but I don't have it here. Another Danielle Noel moment, and Rebecca. Um, Campbell. God, I can never remember her name. Rebecca Campbell, and illustration by Danielle Noel. God, I'd be, if this was like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question, like who created the Starseed Oracle? I'd be like, I know her name. I know her name. Rebecca Campbell. Yes, Colette Baron Reed. Right, Meadow, yes. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humility and Conscious Action. Also, the card is number 2, which is the divine number for change within the physical reality. So within your physical space then, my love, there are definitely adjustments that need to be made, because nothing is set in stone, as we saw within mental space. Nothing is yet set in stone. Gratitude, right? There's excuse me, spending time on your own for this 4 weeks, which we've now agreed that you are allowed to have and you are going to give yourself because you deserve it and you're entitled to it. You will find it a lot easier to express gratitude for the things that you have that maybe you're overlooking right now. If I slow down on the work grind for time with nature and being with myself and getting back in touch with myself, look, you can't miss what's meant for you. And you have a responsibility to yourself. Because I tell you what, when you die and you go off back to spirit, your little spiritual soul feet, you'll kick yourself with them for not allowing yourself to get out in nature and to take care of yourself and to fuck everyone else off and just to look after yourself and take care of yourself. Your little soul feet, you'll be kicking yourself going, oh, why did I wasted that time, and I lived to work. Your life is so much more than your job. Your job is meaningless. It's meaningless, right? And I'm not trying to tell you that it's like just a complete pointless waste of time and you're wasting your life on your work, right? Because work is important. We gain a lot of fulfillment from it, but we need to look at it in the right way. And you know, if, like you said earlier, you're looking at stats and figures and stuff, like when you're a soul, my love, you're a soul, you're energy. When you go back to source and spirit, you know, the collective spirit sort of absorbs all of your, you know, your endeavours back into itself and asks you, so what did you do with yourself? And you're like, oh, I focus so hard on numbers and stuff. And spirit goes, well, there's no place for that here because there's no numbers here. You know, aren't you going to feel that was a complete and utter waste of your time? Take the fulfillment that you receive from work is knowing that you went to a place and you put in effort and you can go to bed at night feeling that you did your best. That's the fulfillment. It doesn't matter what the work is. It's that you did your best, you conducted yourself in a compassionate and honourable way. It doesn't matter what the work actually entails. So I feel that the way that you're viewing your work is not wrong, because I'm never going to tell someone that they're wrong, but you know, that there are more healthy ways of looking at it. And there's no gratitude currently within your physical space, and that's good what you just said. I scoured it. I'm working on getting rid of the majority of what I own, and I need to get out of a bad living situation, so adjustment relates to a lot. Yeah, do it, right? That 4 weeks is for you to get into a better living situation where you're standing on your own 2 feet and you can find your happiness, you can find your security and your peace in that. Now, right now, we're in a particular energetic phase that's not particularly action orientated. The next energetic phase is, and this is going to come about the end of April and the beginning of May. So right now is the time for you to get your energetic shit together, get your thoughts together and make a decision. Watch that collective read that was posted on YouTube yesterday for the Libra full moon, because that will really help for you to get your thoughts in order. And spend the next 4 to 6 weeks, which is the remainder of this energetic phase, to make a decision as to what you want, where you want to live, how you want to live, and let everything else just fall by the wayside, because it will work itself out. You don't have to be 100% in control, you just need to be 50% in control. The other 50% is just not your job. It's Spirit's job to meet you halfway. But you have to make a decision, and you have to send out your rocket of desire. And your rocket of desire is something that you're going to build over the next 4 to 6 weeks for the rest of this energetic phase. Come the end of April and the beginning of May, that's when you'll move. That's when you'll move house. And it's a lot more action orientated, this next phase, as I say. So that's when you'll start to see the changes. It's 333, by the way. 3, universal number of manifestation. This is when you're going to see the changes within the physical reality, but you need to make a decision now and stop being so damn insecure, because you're not doing yourself any favours. I know it's easier said than done, just to say stop being insecure, right? I know it's a lot easier said than done. I know it is, because I used to be extremely insecure. And the way that I got over my insecurity and became more secure in myself, and everything that I'm saying to you right now comes from personal experience. This is why I speak so confidently about it. This is why I'm able to sit here and say stop being so insecure, because I know it's a choice, right? Because I realised this for myself, and I know that this is something that you are now realising for yourself. The way I got myself out of it was I went and lived on my own. I had a flatmate, so it's a little bit different, but I wasn't living with a partner, and I wasn't with a partner. So I was single, and I found my independence, and it was fucking hard, because I've never done that before. It took me about 4 weeks to adjust to that, and to not miss the habit of being with a partner. And I went outside every single day, and I talked out loud to myself. Every single morning. I talked about this when I was doing it, back in my old place. And I talked about this on stream frequently. I would wake up in the morning, and I wouldn't just lay around in bed having a thinking like, oh, I don't know if I want to face the day today. Fuck that. My alarm would go off, and I would immediately get out of bed. And I put my shoes and my coat on, and I immediately went outside. There was no fucking around. I did not give myself chance to think. I went outside, and I went outside into nature, and I'd have a walk for an hour. And I did that, and I'm not making this up, I'm not exaggerating. I did that every single day for 6 months. Every single day. And what helped me to do it on those days where I was feeling particularly depressed and insecure and upset and whatever, was I thought to myself, as I'm hauling my ass out of bed, I was saying to myself, Alice, you need this. You need this so you can become more insecure. What do you want for yourself? I want to be more secure. I want to be so fucking steadfast in myself that people can say to me, you're a dickhead, and I hate the way that you look, and I hate everything that you are, and I fucking hate you, Alice. And I'm just like, cool story, bro. I want to be that secure in myself. And I knew that by being on my own and hauling my ass out of bed every morning and going straight out into nature before I have a chance to think, and before I have chance to even feel insecure, I go off outside and I would ask myself, the first words out of my mouth every single day were, how are you doing, Alice? How do you feel? And I would answer the question out loud. I probably looked daft to anyone around me, just chatting away to myself, but it's a very simple and easy way to order your thoughts, is to speak them. Because then thoughts don't overlap themselves, because you can't overlap speech. You say what you're saying, and that's it. One at a time, one word at a time. And I would say, yeah, exactly. Ego was still waking up, and I was already outside. So I'd say, Alice, how are you doing today? How do you feel? And I'd say, I feel blank. I feel blank. I feel blank. I feel blank. And I would just keep going with, I feel this, I feel that, I feel the other. And I'd keep going until I've spoken everything that I feel. And then I would say, I'm grateful for this beautiful fresh air. I'm grateful for the clothes I'm wearing. I'm grateful that I had a decent night's sleep last night. I'm grateful that I have somewhere to live. I'm grateful that there's food in the cupboard. I'm grateful that I have a car that I can drive. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I feel well. I'm grateful that I have a cup to drink out of. I'm grateful that I have tea. I'm grateful that I can boil a kettle. I can just make a cup of tea whenever I want. I'm grateful that I have little potato doge. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the other. I'm grateful for everything. And I would keep going until I run out of ideas. And then by the time I've done all of that, now I'm fully awake and I feel happy and I know exactly where I'm at. I know exactly how I feel. And doing that every single day, for me, it took me 6 months. But I went through a lot. I lost my dad. I lost my partner. I tried to commit suicide. I'd been through a lot. So I needed 6 months. But for you, could be a couple of weeks. Could be a couple of days. It could be a few months. It could be a few years, right? I don't know. That's down to you. But I found that by going about it in that way, it strengthened me. And now you see the Alice that's sitting before you is completely steadfast and secure and happy. This is the evidence, right? That worked. So, I hope, Meadow, that this reading helped you. I really, really hope that it's guided you well. I know I said this earlier, but if you want a private reading and you want me to dig in, maybe in a couple of weeks' time, give the energy a chance to dissipate and for fresh energy to come in. If you want another reading, and maybe you want a private reading so it's a little bit more in depth and there's no distractions. Thank you, Oz, for gifting a sub to Misty. And hello, Misty. I did see you pop in, but I didn't want to interrupt my train of thought. How are you doing, my lovely? It's really good to see you. Yes, Meadow, if maybe in a couple of weeks, if you fancy another reading, a private one maybe with no distractions, and it's recorded as well so that you can sit and watch it as many times as you feel that you need to, then you know where I am. Just message me on Discord. I'm more than happy to do that for you. Or equally, we could do another one here on stream. Totally up to you. But that's what I'm here for. Don't hesitate, and I wish you all the best. Regardless as to everything that we've just talked about, you've got this. You've totally got this. I have no doubt that you have the strength and the willpower to do what's always best for you and right for you. You've got this. You have no need to worry. I know that. I know that you have no need to worry about anything ever. But you do worry about stuff, and you're choosing to do that. So take that how you will. Take that however you like. But either way, you know, I hope that I hope that this reading has brought you some clarity. And again, you know, do go and watch the Libra full moon collective read, because I think you're going to find some real useful information there about the energy that's currently around and at your disposal that you could tap into and really use. So I think we're going to leave things there. I'm really hungry. I'm going to go and make some food. And yeah, thank you for joining me, you guys. Always a pleasure. Mystical Monday with the Cosmos Collective. Noticed almost every Mystical Monday I come in 30 minutes in. That's exactly when I wake up. Yeah, we've here in the UK, daylight savings has just kicked in, so we lost an hour. The clock's gone an hour ahead. So for it to still be in sync that way, that's pretty cool. Excuse me, but yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen this week in terms of streams, because I've got a lot of editing to do for YouTube, but whether we stream or not, regardless, keep an eye out on YouTube and in the Discord as well for the YouTube links to be posted. There's a number of videos coming your way this week. We've got Twin Flame Tuesday tomorrow. If you want to view that video today, so a day early, then sign up to Patreon, and it's $6 a month. You get yourself a Discord, limited Discord. It's not limited at all. It's exclusive is the word I'm looking for. Discord role, and you can view all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's released to the public. So if you want to have a look at the Twin Flame Tuesday collective reading today, then that's how you can do it. Come and join the Cosmic Clan. Come and join Patreon. And we've got Phasmophobia and Oblivion videos coming your way this week as well. And the upcoming new moon, we'll have a collective read, and we're going to start doing Mystical Monday collective readings as well on YouTube rather than doing them here, because I find it a lot easier to do it that way. So that will be coming Sunday for Cosmic Clan members and patrons, and Monday for everybody else. The new moon, I believe, is Taurus. So we've got, oh right, yes, we've got the 4/4 portal on Sunday, so there'll be a collective reading for that as well, so look out for that. That will be out, obviously, a day early for Cosmic Clan members. The new moon is Taurus, yeah. Well, it's Aries, but a few hours into the new moon energy it switches to Taurus, so we're going to be treating it as such. And that is on Monday, the 12th of April. So we'll have a video reading for that will be released the same day as our Mystical Monday stream. So we'll have a new moon on Mystical Monday, which is pretty cool. So yes, I'll love and leave you. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't already. Those of you who are here now watching on Twitch live, say hi and bye to YouTube. And I will see you in the next one, whenever that will be. I would like to stream again at some point this week, but like I say, I've got a shit ton of editing to do, so I don't know if I will be able to. But keep an eye out on the Discord. Get your cute little tushy in Discord if you're not in there already, and then you will see when I go live, because I always post it in there. I think we will go and raid. I think we will raid D, because we haven't raided D in a really long time. Oh, Cappy, yeah, we're just about to raid D Dandy. Good to see you though, my love. So everybody, woo woo, all aboard the raid train. Dee is working with guides and deities. She's doing some readings, so we'll go and surprise her. All aboard the raid train, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Biscuits, which I'm going to go and eat some biscuits in just a moment. So yes, love your faces. Thank you for joining me for this Mystical Monday. Don't forget to check out Twin Flame Tuesday video over on YouTube tomorrow. Love your faces, and I will see you guys in the next one.